I don't know what they are, but they sure are pretty. Yeah, I've been neglecting everything. I pretty much missed all my photo opportunities. This is a rock purslane. And it was just loaded with flowers. Did I come out and take pictures? No. Ah, here's some more. They came in a wildflower mix pack. And that's the one thing that came up the best. There's the buds. Why is everything so close? That's why everything is so close. And everywhere I go, they have to go. And there's Grandma. These were beautiful. Did I come and take pictures? No. And I don't have or didn't have yellow milkweed or butterfly weed seeds. So these have come over from someplace else. One thing I have been doing is a neighbor. She's going to start up a little plant selling business. And I offered her up all kinds of cuttings and stuff. She doesn't have her permit yet, but she has her license, or it's the other way around. So I've been starting things for her. These are baby crinum lilies. This is a poor, miserable spaghetti squash that needs to be planted up. And it looks like most things have taken. That's the Mexican sage. And inquiring minds want to know, how is the cherry tree doing? Oops, too heavy. I'm too weak. I did pot it up and it's looking good. Something did munch on it. And there's the fantastic avocado tree. It's going to find a place in the ground. And everything's just growing like crazy. I blame it on the super soil. That's about 8 feet tall. This is mostly the volunteers that came up. But as you notice, there's cilantro. Boy, is there cilantro. I'm going to have a lot of seeds this year. I don't think the tangelo bloomed very much this year. I didn't even catch the bloom. Of course, I don't spend very much time in the yard anymore. The SOBs next door are out all the time, and they've got a new tenant that has explosive laughter. And it's startling. I just don't like being in my garden anymore. Butterfly weed is doing fine, but I've lost the majority of the strawberry plants. Well, they were very old. And this is now 2 years old. Volunteer tomatoes. And sage and alyssum and society garlic. And my nasturtiums. Here we have a rogue Jerusalem artichoke. I haven't planted any of that. I haven't planted much of anything. But we still have a few strawberries. The last 2 times I picked them and left them. Didn't even bother feeding them to the chickens. I just forgot about them. And there's one of my nasturtium fields. Got some pretty new ones in here. Oh, I see a bee. And my mints. More strawberries. Carrots. Oh, I need the water. Oh, I got a carrot going to seed. Yay! It's the avocado tree I keep threatening to kill. Whenever I threaten to kill it, it comes up with a vengeance. And nasturtiums everywhere. I didn't cut back the grapevine. I usually keep it cut back to the ground trying to kill it off. Yes, this is Kitty Kitty, who just absolutely hates me. What? Kitty Kitty? I'd love to touch your tail. You got broken teeth? Kitty Kitty? Back to the grapevine. About 30 years ago, I put in 4 grapevine sticks. And they never gave me much of anything except for moldy little tiny, tasteless little grapes. So I cut the vines down to the ground. One keeps coming back. I keep cutting it back. Well, like I said, I haven't been doing much of anything. And since I didn't cut it back, it's taking over, as grapevines do. But look at the grape cluster. Even when it was bearing fruit, it wasn't never that size. They would be maybe 3 inches long with a dozen or so little tasteless grapes. But this thing's outdoing itself. And we have, what are you? Lemon balm, lemon mint. And it looks like the pimento's going for its 3rd year. I think I found a way that I can grow radishes. There's no drainage. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, somebody just hatched out apparently. I've never seen one of those. I've seen butterflies, not that specific one. Ooh, you're pretty. But look, I got red ones. Yeah, I blame this all on super soil. Because I don't think total neglect makes a garden grow like this. I did have quite a crop of lettuce. This is Zuli's red leaf lettuce that takes a long time to bolt. And this is borage. Well, something keeps coming out here and eating it. The way it's being eaten, I think it's birds eating on the edges. Well, there's a catnip. I gotta keep that hanging or the critters get in it. Yeah, it's overgrown, out of control. Oh well, there's always a next season. I think maybe a dozen peaches survived. I don't have to do a June drop or strip the tree because it did it on its own. Nice fuzzy. This is her 4th year? Her 3rd year? I don't know. But this is from seed. I'm trying to keep it lower than the fence. I'll come out and, oh, there's 2 there. Cut all these longer pieces off. And it looks like the raspberry plant has disappeared. And look, I've got volunteer tomatoes. Something munched on it. Tons and tons of cilantro. More tomatoes, more tomatoes. Nothing's ripened up yet. And it's so thick in there. And just putting out tons and tons of flowers. Feverfew, it's in everything. But the cilantro smells heavenly. I was beginning to wonder if I was going to get figs this year. Because there was one that came off down here. And then it fell off. But it looks I am going to get figs. Yeah, I'm going to get figs. It's mad. Shut up. Just shut up. It's mad at me for cutting it all up. And day before yesterday, I got to eat 5, count them, 5 really nice size, fully ripened blueberries. And I don't see any for today. And I'm really surprised the amount of blueberries are on here after those 2 really bad rainstorms that knocked petals off more than just flowers. And I think super soil had something to do with it, bearing so many flowers. That's one thing I've noticed with the super soil. Things bloom a lot more than they used to. And that's a crinum lily. It has never been that big, that tall. What? You guys are in my way. I blame that on the super soil. It's all the super soil's fault. And would you believe those are the long cylindrical beets? That's a good 6-8 feet tall. I think this is the year of the seeds. I'm going to have more seeds coming out of my ears. But I think I need to take down the passion vine. It just never did anything. Of course, it was brought to me by a bird, because I never planted a passion vine. I wish I did. Remember that sprouted red onion? Well, it is sprouting into 4, 5. Yeah, looking good. Oh, maybe even 6. And my little cabbage, it had worms all over. So I hit it with Caterpillar Killer Organic. And thanks to Terry King, he was given one of those. I can't think of what they're called. Metal raised bed things. I thought that would be perfect to put my avocado trees in, because I don't want to put them in the ground. And they are just so happy. And since it gave me at least a half a dozen flowers last year, the one on that side, I will hopefully get avocados next year. And all of these are for my neighbor. They still need to sprout better and get Jerusalem artichokes. Didn't dig any last year, can you tell? Nice and full. Well, can you tell my mower and blower didn't come this week? How nice and green. Oh, I gotta come out and pull more weeds. I blame the green and all those extra weeds, which I have been coming out 1 to 3 times a day for 1 to 3 hours a day since the middle of February. And I think it's super soil did it. And look at this. I definitely blame this on super soil, because in the past, I don't know how many years, I only had enough nasturtiums to run right across the ground, and that was it. Not climbing up in the bushes and not being absolutely gorgeous. And giving me some new varieties. Because look at those. Those are new. They've cross-pollinated. Well, I better get out here and get to pulling more weeds. Thank you, Super Soil.